So here's a series of exercises to master the circle of fifths on the keyboard. So these exercises, we're going to move counterclockwise through the circle of fifths. So down by fifth. We want 5-1 relationships. So for example, C is the 5 of F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As opposed to going up the circle like C to G. So we're always going to go down. C to F. So the first exercise is just to play single notes down by fifth. So this is going to take a lot of space on the keyboard. So let's start all the way up at C. We're going to go down to F, B flat, E flat, flat, D flat, G flat. Okay, we've run out of space. Let's go up here on E, E, A, D, G. Now we're back to C. Okay, the next exercise is going to be a little more efficient. We're going to go back and forth. We're still going to play the same notes down the circle of fifths, but we're going to go down a fifth, up a fourth. So instead of going to this B flat, we're going to go here instead. Back to C. The next exercise is to do that in triads. C. Back to C. So one thing to think about is your thumb. Your thumb's going to be playing the notes you just played. Okay? The next thing I would add is add the left hand. So just play the root note in the left hand. Back to C. Okay? That'll get used to later being able to play the left hand with a chord. The next exercise is to add in inversions. So an inversion of a chord is where I take one of these notes and I put it on top. So there's an inversion here and here. So there's two inversions of this. There's root position, first inversion, second inversion. So we're going to utilize those to make it even more compact. So we're going to go from C to F. See, this is an F chord. So it's going to look like this. C to F, to B flat, to E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Okay, and again, you can add the left hand to it. Okay, and to be complete, let's, instead of starting here, let's start here. Okay, and then we can take it one more step. So, this inversion now. Alright, the next example, let's go only ascending now. So this is a little trippy. We're going to use all the inversions. Just like before, but instead of going down, we're going to be more economical and go up to there. So again, it's C chord, F chord, B flat, E flat, A flat, B flat. And again, we can add the left hand to this, just playing the root of the chord. And we could also start in the other inversions. Another thing you might want to do is not start at C every time, because you'll just get always in the habit of starting at C. Why don't we start at someplace random, E flat. you get back to E flat. Don't stop at C. So start randomly, not just at C every time. Okay, when you're ready with that, we can take a departure and kind of do some different kind of exercises here, not just triads. So we're going to do 7th chords now. So we're going to kind of use this chord. We're going to leave out the 5th. We're going to focus on the root, 3rd, and 7th of the chord. We're going to take this root and put it in our left hand, and we're going to play the 3rd and 7th in our right hand. Now look at this. So if we do C7 like that to F, you might think to go right here. But wait, the E I already had down here. So why don't I just keep it? And that's gonna be throughout. There's gonna be a common note and a note that resolves down by step. So that's going all the way through the circle in major 7th chords. Now let's practice the other, let's flip it, the other inversion. So instead of starting here, let's flip this E up here. Now we'll do the same thing. Okay, so that was major 7th chords. Now let's do minor 7th chords. So the minor 7th chord is going to look like that. Leave the 5th out. The left hand has the root. So the 3rd and 7th. So it's going to look like this. And of course, practice it flipped. So the 3rd on top, 7th on bottom. Okay, and then our last 7th chord we're going to do is the dominant 7th chord. So here's the dominant. Leave out the 5th. We got the root down here. Now notice here we have a tritone. 3 whole steps. Whole step, whole step, whole step. Now this is a little different if you notice. F dominant is F, A, C, E flat. 3rd and 7th is A and E flat. So we need an A and an E flat. So E to B flat is going to go to A and not this E flat, but E flat. So we went down chromatically. So here's the whole circle of 5ths. It's just going to move chromatically down this tritone. Okay, and again, we would flip it. So instead of here, we'll go up here. To C. Now, the next step is to get to our famous 2-5-1 pattern, which is really a circle of 5ths pattern. Because, so say we're in C, the 2, which is D, and the 5, which is G, and then 1, which is C. It's really going down by 5ths. We got D to G to C. 2-5-1. So now we can string it together. So in C major, the 2 chord, the 2-7, is a minor 7th chord. So we'll play that. Then we'll go to our 5 chord, which is a dominant 7th, which now resolves here. And now to our major 7th, which goes here. So here it is again. So this exercise, a common way to practice these is to just do the next one right here. And now we are in the key of B flat because C minor 7th is the 2. So this will just keep going down this way. So back in C. Whoops, sorry. There we go. And now make that minor to the dominant to major. And make that minor to dominant. Back, home free. Now if you noticed, we just moved by whole step. So we only covered half of the keys. So you would want to start and do the other half. So maybe move it up a half step and start here. So we'll start with B major. Alright. And so forth. And that'll get you all the keys. So that series of exercises should get you pretty well covered to do some cool stuff with the circle of fifths.